obviously we wish we could have got one of those up in the north. We just didn't. We didn't play well at all at Hofstra. Didn't defend, didn't compete, didn't show any pride, and which was disappointing. But they made some shots, and they're a good team, and they got it going, and we just really couldn't do anything to stop them. I think our guys just got discouraged, and like I said, it just didn't go well. But Northeastern is a very good team, and went to overtime again with them back-to-back times. Ty Taylor hit a 3 instead of 3 free throws this time at the end of regulation, and it was a great play, executed perfectly, tallied through a perfect pass. He was channeling his inner Foles in anticipation for what he would do in the Super Bowl. And but we just didn't get over the hump. They made the plays in overtime. We missed a couple free throws and missed a couple shots that really would have helped us. And other than that, sort of the way the season's gone a little bit.
With these two games so familiar in your mind in preparation for them before, does it allow you to go back and kind of work on other things that you speak of, like that defense that was lacking in that Hofstra game? Does it let you go back to some of the fundamental things?
Yeah. I mean, we did that yesterday at practice. We're just going back to the fundamentals. And the breakdowns at Hofstra weren't from fundamentals. It was just energy, activity, hustle, effort. Those kind of things. So, I always thought I would never have to coach effort. I would think that every time the lights come on, you have 30-some games in a year that everybody would play hard. When I was a player, I played hard every time, but sometimes it was only for 3 minutes. I was always worried about some of my teammates. At Kansas, if we played a team that wasn't very good, I was worried about them playing hard and then it being a close game. But like I said, I never worried about myself because whenever I got in there, I tried to play as hard as I could so I'd be tired when I came out. If you only play 1 minute, you got to do everything as hard as you can for 1 minute so I at least feel tired so I don't go back to the bench, thinking, oh, gosh, I'm going to sit here the rest of the game. But the guys, we had good energy yesterday in practice. We worked defensively on a lot of things like we have been. I told them we've gotten better on our ball screen defense. We've gotten better on our zone defense. But sometimes there are some breakdowns that make it look not as good. It's just a mistake by one kid, and all of a sudden they get a wide open layup. It's not anything other than that, and you can't get down about that. I mean, all kids make mistakes. I mean, no matter the age, all people make mistakes, no matter the age. I don't know if John ever has, but other than that. But the guys are doing a good job, and I talked to them again about retaliation, reaction to the officials. We've talked about it a lot, and we've talked about it too much, and it is not a good precedent to set, but it also hurts the team. It's a personal foul. We got guys struggling with fouls, and you get a technical foul for saying something even though you don't know what you said and no referee heard what you said, but you still get a technical foul. It still hurts the team.
Yeah, I was about to say, you now have 4 technicals in the last 5 games. It means somebody's going to have to sit again this game, and how does that affect when you're rotating that starting lineup? Obviously those guys come back in and they play, but
yeah.
How does that affect the team when you know that's coming?
It affects a team just because we want to try and run some stuff early, especially against opponents that we've already played. And we think we know how they're going to play us because certain things were effective the last time. Well, we now have the counters to that, but we don't have the right personnel in there to run the counters for who we want to run the counters for. I think it is an effect. I don't know what else I need to do. Maybe it needs to be a stiffer penalty. I don't. Obviously, on the inside, they do some extra running and stuff like that. That's probably what most coaches do. I haven't checked, but I don't know if either coaches in the league don't start their guys or make a miss rotation for getting technical. I don't know. I've never paid that much attention to it. I just thought that it'd be something, a little bit of punishment that, if you want to start. I wanted to start, and if I could do something to hurt my chances of starting, I wouldn't do it. And, I don't know. It definitely, I don't like doing it. The ones that got technical fouls don't do it on purpose. It's just reaction. And I guess it is a zero tolerance policy because I understand if they're bumping each other and they're face to face and the rest have said that's enough, but to be 40 feet away and the kids be 10 feet from each other and really just sort of look back, I didn't understand that one. If somebody comes and pushes you in a huddle and you push back, I mean, that's why we're getting the double technicals. I told him the other day, if somebody pushes me and I take the push and don't do anything and they get a technical, we get 2 free throws. You push back, it's a double technical, nobody gets any free throws. So we might lose 2 points off that, and we've been in 8 of our 12 basketball games have been down to the final possession with 1 minute to go. And 2 points here or there might be the difference. Not that they've gotten technical fouls in the close ones or whatever, but it's just a point of emphasis, and we're still working on it, obviously.
Something the punishment, the not starting, is that something you picked up from Roy or something you just started here? Or?
Yeah, Coach, I think he would still start him. He had a bunch of different penalties for a bunch of different kinds of things. Like being late, he usually makes people sit out 1 rotation or not start for being late to something. I took it a little overboard and I said, if you're late, you don't play a half, because I just wanted to nip it in the bud. I didn't like how it was going, and that's taking care of it. Technical fouls, coaches, have some extra stuff in practice for them to do, like we have, but that's sort of my thing. I thought it would nip it, and it hasn't. So I need to come up with something different.
I mean, obviously, it's a lot of verbal stuff. It's nothing physical, it seems like a lot of times. Have you talked with them a lot, or had to talk with them a lot about keeping their mouth shut and restraining it a little bit?
Yeah, we have, but a lot of times it's not even towards a referee or a call.
Sure.
Per se, it's from somebody else talking to them.
Yeah.
So you just have to. I told him there's not going to be a real good fight that breaks out on the basketball court because they're going to stop it. I told him if he has a problem with the guy, just after the game, just say, hey, give me your number, I'll text you, we can go meet outside. I don't know, whatever it takes, because I could have been the toughest guy on the basketball court. I told Devontae, I'll push you on the basketball court, but if you want to meet me outside, I'm not going to meet you outside. I'll go out the other exit. So if it were towards the officials, I would be more discouraged. Not that I'm not discouraged, but they're not really reacting to them. Tally did one time. Devontae sort of did one time, but the rest were just with an opponent, just basketball stuff that you probably see in 100% of the games. And sometimes the rest call it, and sometimes they don't.
Then you have Goosties. Have you ever seen a player, you've been with Devontae this entire year, but have you ever seen a player that's able to man him up like he's able to?
No, I have not seen somebody defend and stop Devontae from getting to the boards as readily as he normally does with one person. And do it not to where I thought Goosties was fouling him. I think some people will grab him and lock his arm, and I think that's a foul, and they might not call it. But Goosties just bangs him, and it's a heck of a matchup. And Goosties got the better half of it up there. Hopefully, we'll get the better half of it down here.
Do you think some of the frustrations that we talked about, and you said the effort not being there in the last couple games, do you think they relate to each other? Do you think the frustrations are turning into a lack of effort?
No, it was just one game. It was just the Hofstra game. I think what happened is they made a bunch of shots early, and our guys made some shots early, but we just couldn't get any stops, and the lead kept on going up and up, and just didn't give as much effort as we had the previous 6 games. That was the type of effort that we showed at Towson and at Delaware. Other than those 2 road games in conference, we've been pretty good on the road in terms of effort-wise. We've gotten down because we've missed shots, or we've gotten down because they've made shots. But no, I don't see it as that. I think based on our record, we're competing really hard, and it's just not a gimme game, no matter where we fall in the standings. And in saying that, UNCW's been pretty darn good the last few years, and everybody, wants to get ready to play UNCW because they know what's happened the last few years. And so we don't do ourselves any favors by, starting out slow or not competing for 40 minutes and those kind of things, because they're going to come at us.